I own an internet marketing agency and as a result have an understanding of its practical value in website promotion. However, I personally do not understand the value of what's referred to as Web 2.0. I know that some of the big boys, including Google, Yahoo, and News Corp, have invested a whole lot of money in Web 2.0, even collaborating on standards, so there must be some use for it. But I, for one, have no idea what that might be. First, let's define exactly what Web 2.0 is. Supposedly, it's the continuing development of the web as a collaborative effort. The implementation of applications that permit users to generate their own content rather than leaving it to the select few who are schooled in the art and science of web development. Basically, it's the creation of content by the viewer. Okay, that's nice. But back in Web 1.0, we had forums, which did exactly that, and which today are still the most effective way, I think, of collaborating and disseminating information. Blogs are nice, but they can't compare to the forum structure. Social bookmarking is a big part of Web 2.0. I remember how I felt when it first came out and how I felt about storing my bookmarks publicly. I still feel kind of weird. I thought it was absurd then, I feel it's absurd now. The places I visit on the web or that prod my interest are private. I have no desire to tell the world where I've been and what I've been into, and no interest or need to critique every site I visit. And I understand how the concept of bookmarking and tagging, which are just keywords, can benefit the search engines. I can see how it's ready-made spider food for the big boys. But as a system of cataloging and searching unto itself, give me Google over tag clouds any day. Social networking. I have a teenage daughter. She lives on MySpace. I personally see no value in it. I understand how teenagers can be attracted to MySpace. To teenagers, socializing is everything. But to adults of the world, what the hell? I remember all those people who stayed on AOL for so many years because they liked their little groups and chatting back and forth with the friends they'd met in their little walled community. I always thought it was trite. I still do. And I think that social networking groups are nothing more than this millennium's version of that A2L kiddie land. RSS feeds. I've really never understood why anybody would want information forced on them. Now let me qualify that. Now I can see how feeds set up on a particular page like my Yahoo can have value if you want to set it up as your home page or the place where you go to when you have time and the inclination to hunt for news, whether traditional or grassroots created. It's laid out right there for you, very convenient. I think it's awesome. Beyond that, I think, so what? Blogging. I have no idea why Google prefers blogs over static content. One would think that if search engines would like to catalog the web, they would need static pages to be most effective. I don't understand why Google supposedly wants changing content. I believe changing content should be cataloged in a place where changing content is known to reside. A blog directory, a directory of commentary by individual writers is definitely beneficial, but I see no reason for it to be intermingled with static objective information. If I want to learn about home remedies for poison ivy, I would prefer a static page listing all the traditional treatments for scratching that itch, or avoiding that scratch. I'm not really interested in reading about Maggie Jones's rash. If Maggie discovers a new treatment, she can write the author or post it on a forum about that very thing. I'm not saying that blogging is not important. I blog. I like blogging. It's for those people who care about Maggie Jones's rash, and whatever information can be gleaned from the comments about Maggie Jones's rash. But once again, I think that it can be accomplished far more easily in its proper place. That's just my feeling. It could be that I'm getting old, or it could be that I've been on the web for so long and had particular expectations, of how the information superhighway would evolve, and Candyland was not among my list of possible outcomes. Now, of all the Web 2.0 elements, the one that makes most sense is web video. Video is an effective teaching tool, obviously, and a very effective way of disseminating information. But the way the video hosting sites are set up, with friends and comments and ratings and channels, seems a bit childish and superfluous. I've always enjoyed and benefited from websites that contained and featured multiple articles about a given subject. Exchange articles for videos, and you have an even more effective method of communicating. But the other stuff, that Web 2.0 stuff, I just don't see the point. I may be wrong, but I think I can see the Emperor's ding-a-ling.